I will say I'm very grateful that things like TikTok and YouTube were not a thing when I was young. It would not have been good for me. I think a lot of you could probably agree with that. Not just me, but you. You're like, yeah, I probably would have done some really dumb stuff if it was a thing when I was young. Totally. I'd either be in jail or I'd be like, who knows? This kind of reminded me of the time that Fert and I went to Greece, and we went to this island named Mykonos. And we went to a resort. It's supposed to be one of like the top 10, beach club. Like one of the top 10 beach clubs in the entire world called Scorpios. And when we got there, the service and the location and everything was exactly what you'd expect from like a top 10 beach club in the world. Made perfect sense. Like we got out of our cabana and somebody ran over and brushed off the sand from the seat. Like that's Mykonos. That's Scorpios, okay? I just want to set the stage for you. But we go up to the top where like they had like the eating area and all these kind of people and this and that. And then there's this line of girls. Like girls that look like they're models. They probably were. They were all together. They had a little entourage with them, but a whole line of girls. And there was a little like lookout point over here where they would line up and then they would go, one would go down to the point by herself and then the person behind them would take pictures with their phone. And it was all, you know, the crossed ankles and the and all the posing and stuff. And there was actually a sign there that said like Instagram spot. I don't know. But these girls were there for hours. Okay. What's funny is we saw this, and of course, us being substandard old farts, we were like, come on, like you're on one of the most beautiful islands around, top 10 beach club, and you're going to spend 4 hours over there doing this. Okay, it's not for me. That's you. Do your thing. Make yourself happy, whatever. But then we start to see this trend happening over and over again. We go to different places, go to Santorini, go to Crete. It's still happening. At one point, we're in Athens, and we are walking down the street, and then we turn, and then I say it's an alley, but it's not like a New York City 1985 alley. It's just an area between two streets, and this thing is decked out with these purple umbrellas. It's beautiful. It looks like Alice in Wonderland just vomited all over this alley. It was beautiful. And of course, we're like, we have to go down here. This is beautiful. So we start walking down the alley. Well, then somebody's like, get out of the shot! Get out of the shot! And we're like, what the hell is that? Like, I don't see a production crew. Like, what's happening? Well, some young lady was standing there in the middle of the alley with all these people walking through, trying to appreciate the moment. And then here's somebody else with a phone, not like a professional camera, a friggin' phone going, you're in the shot. So we're like, oh, okay. Well, we kind of part the seas and we move. And then 10 seconds goes by and they get, okay, snap, snap. Okay, different pose. Snap, snap. Okay, that's long enough. We're going to keep moving. Boom. No, get out of the shot. This big thing, right? Then once they step away, somebody else comes up. Nope, that's long enough. Get out of the friggin' way. This ain't about you, homie. Get out of the way. So people just start moving. Well, enough people were there to take pictures that they were kind of causing problems for the rest of us that wanted to just walk through and enjoy the moment. And we weren't having it. So we just kind of moved on and went. Well, Annie was like, So I was like, what are you going to do? She's like, just give me a minute. Just be patient. Give me a minute. Okay. So we step off to the side and I'm watching her, and somebody else goes up, gets in the middle of the friggin' street, and then photo. And then here goes Annie, and she's looking up like she's looking at the umbrellas, and she just wanders into the shot. Just like she's just numb. Complete mouth breather. trudging through the scene. And of course, the person's like, get out of the way! Move, lady! And I mean as slow as she could be. And then she's behind her, and the person moves with the camera, like changes the angle to get Annie the shot, and he's like, and then goes back behind her. And this went on for minutes, and I'm cackling away. And she was like, okay, that's good enough. She went through a good several minutes of trolling these people. Good for you. A little fist bump, and then we moved on. But I'm like, you gotta be kidding. So anyway, this whole story was triggered by the fact of this, because it reminded me of those people that like couldn't appreciate where they were, for one, couldn't be in the moment. Okay, you snap a couple pictures, that's fine. But to like over and over again have the world stop around you so you can take 8 minutes of pictures? No, bro, absolutely not. That is unreasonable. No. Here's a dumpster. Hop in. You can take all the pictures you want. I even left you some donuts.